The do's and don'ts of a remote interview process. If you're having some trouble or if you want some tips, definitely check out this video now. Hey, welcome to the Millionaire Recruiter. I'm Brianna Rooney, the Millionaire Recruiter. If you haven't seen this channel before, it's all about making you the next Millionaire Recruiter. Let's get to it. So, interview process. I talk about that a lot on this channel and I will talk about it some more. The interview remote process during COVID is challenging. And so some companies are doing a great job and some companies just aren't. But regardless, nothing is perfect. So there are definitely the do's and don'ts. So let's just get the don't right out of the way. Don't think that you can mimic the onsite process that you had before remotely. It doesn't work. And so we'll bring up the candidate experience. So do make sure that the candidate experience is even better than what it was on the onsite. And I know you're thinking, how the heck do I do that? You can't, interact as much. You can't give them the swag and, give them the office tour and stuff like that. However, you can make sure that they are comfortable, that they are focused, because as everyone knows, working from home, depending on if you have kids or not, isn't the easiest thing to do right now. So bundle that with the nerves of interviewing. And a lot of people are still not comfortable doing FaceTime, Zooms, whatever it is. So be cognizant to that it's not easy. It's not easy for the interviewer and it's not easy for the candidate as well. So do give bathroom breaks. You might be laughing and thinking, what are you talking about? Yeah, I've had lots of clients forget to give bathroom breaks. That's a real thing. So do make sure that you are breaking up the interviews accordingly, that you're not giving giant chunks of time for someone to be on. That's a thing. It's like, now make sure that your phone is plugged in and charged. It's, like that's a thing. So also think about, back to the candidate experience, is that when you're on site, you're having people go into different rooms, you're having different interactions, you're having that downtime to maybe go get a snack or something like that. So be cognizant to the fact that via Zoom, remote interviews, that's not happening. So you're not giving the candidate a chance to just breathe and even, roll their eyes if they want to roll their eyes, or, wipe the sweat off their face or whatever it is. They're people, and so that has to be done. They need like that downtime as well. So definitely don't do the complete opposite and drag the interview process out. I have had clients that are like, okay, we're just going to break up the onsite into like 4 days. And that will be so easy for you. An hour here, an hour there, whatever. That's too much. So I think what would be great is do 2 days of on-site, unless the candidate requests a full day, but you still want to have that break. So the way a really great client of mine does it is they break it up into 2 days and they're very transparent. That's a big one. Definitely be transparent in your interview process and when you're going to let it go. So for example, you say, we're going to have you do Monday at noon, Tuesday at noon. If Monday goes really great, we're going to continue the Tuesday at noon. If Monday does not do well, we're going to cancel Tuesday at noon. Now, what's great about this is that, one, like I said, it's very transparent. Two, the candidate can appreciate that because there's no BS back and forth. They're not wasting their time. Think about how many people have been on a 6-hour on-site and then it's like they could have been let go after the first hour, who knows. Also, it forces the team internally to give really fast, quick feedback, which I think is amazing and it's a must. When you are hiring remotely, please do get back fast. It is just a hot of market in engineering as it was before. It's just with the different challenges of hiring remotely. So do make sure that you are still having the culture interviews, all of those great questions, showing what the vibe is. Just because there's not an office does not mean there still isn't that culture and that vibe that should run through, the bloodstreams of all the employees. That's super, super important to get across as well, and to spend that time. Because don't, as a company, just assume that you're just going to get right down to business and you're going to forget all of those things. This is still a really good market. Yes, there's a lot of unemployed people, unfortunately. However, if you are in engineering, in tech whatsoever, knock on wood and thank everything that you guys have not been affected. So it's very important that you're on your A game. Also, do make sure that when you are giving a coding challenge, remember I'm in tech, so if you're doing a coding challenge, that it is not over 90 minutes long because that gets excessive, and also that your own engineers have taken this coding challenge and have passed. That's something that a lot of clients are forgetting to do. They're just trying to find the hardest coding challenge possible in order to somehow, not have as many interviews, not have as many passes, although that's great. If your own team is up to that standard as well, then I think it's amazing and then you should do it. Now, do a longer coding challenge if you decide that that's the best way to break down the onsite. So for example, let's just say you have a 6-hour onsite, you want to give a 3-hour challenge, then make sure that's in the second part of the onsite. But if you want to do it in the first, then make sure you've at least vetted them both ways. The one last thing, as I think is a do, and I think it's a little controversial, is do discuss salary bands. I think more and more people want transparency on both sides. I talk about that a lot, especially lately. So when you're hiring remotely, gosh, you just don't have enough time to do anything. Hiring already is draining no matter what. You don't want to go through this whole process and then only to find out you're like $100,000 away, $50,000 away, even $20,000, $10,000 sometimes is a deal stopper for people. So although I do not think you should already know exactly negotiate your salary before you walk in the door, you have to have some kind of an idea. So share your salary bands, but also when you share your salary bands, please be clear that with the candidate, because here's what it's going to be, they're going to only hear the top level. So you want to ask for a little, give a little, which is like, what is your range? This is our range. Is it within? By the way, whether you're a recruiter, internal recruiter, external recruiter, whenever you're talking about salary, you still do put it on the candidate as you interview well, I'll negotiate well. If you are the client, then listen, candidate, you interview well, we always take care of our employees, we don't take advantage, we're gonna pay you exactly, what's in our bands, and as well as you interviewed in comparison with the other team, because that's what's fair. So enjoy. Enjoy all of this remote interviewing. I would absolutely love, and I know this is a little bit of a different video because most of the subscribers are external recruiters, I think, and they're trying to be, the next millionaire recruiter. They need to have all of this knowledge. And this video in particular is really set up for more of a clients and internal recruiters. However, I put it on this channel because as external, you need to know this. You need to, like, when you're getting a new client or an old client comes to you and says, help with my remote interview process. What have you seen? Is it easier? Is it harder? You need to know this. So I hope you still enjoyed it. And if anyone, has any comments on how to do this better, what did I forget? 'Cause I'm sure I forgot something. I think this could be quite a few videos. Definitely let me know. And I will see you every Thursday at noon. And don't forget that money is just a vessel to let you do all the amazing things that you want to go do. So go live your life, and I will see you next week.